The Blue Unis, West Virginia in the golds. We are underway, and the Jackets control the opening tap as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Capital One. Loyal McQueen, the freshman, getting the start from Florence, South Carolina. Lorella Kubai has had a sensational start to her tournament, especially.
Assists, 4 blocks, then played over 40 minutes in that game, as did quite a few players. Kiera Fletcher played all but 20 seconds. But the stamina is there. Fortner reassuring her ladies we're ready to go.
Over to the Mountaineers as we take a look at our starting lineups presented by Capital One. Esmery Martinez coming off a double-double. She's got 15 this season. It was really an X factor in that win against Lehigh. Inside and on cue, there's Martinez.
Yeah, this is a matchup for today to identify between Kubai and Martinez. And Martinez, alongside of KK Deans, those two ladies shot 14 of 20 in the first round. So very efficient performance by those two to go along with Gondrzik.
So after the foul by Deans, check that after the turnover by Georgia Tech. Mountaineers will get it back. Nye Black, a nifty move, comes up short. Martinez gets it back with a fresh 20. The first meeting between these two programs since way back in 2003. Gondrzik, and that shot rejected.
That's a tough shot. It was tightly contested by Georgia Tech. You know, we mentioned how good their defense was in the second half against Stephen F. Austin. They thrive.
McQueen turns it over. Nell Fortner in her second season in Atlanta. And her team in the dance. See the 12 conference victories. Time for the most program history. Lorella Kubai, the ACC Co-Defensive Player of the Year, as advertised in round 1 in that victory, the comeback win against SFA. Inside, a whirling dervish layup is good to make it 4-0 Mountaineers.
That was a great move inside. And you see so far Georgia Tech not really able to get into this game. This is a slow start that Nell Fortner did not want to see happen today. She acknowledged it against Stephen F. Austin, that we've got to be better. West Virginia setting the pace, the tone, the aggressiveness, everything in this game, and that'll be a travel.
Head coach of WVU, Mike Carey, his 20th season in Morgantown. Runners-up in the Big 12. You see the record against all the teams outside of Baylor. The Lady Bears, of course, one of the best in the country.
Yeah, Baylor has been the only team, not only to stop West Virginia, but to... And so she made up for that and then some in their first-round matchup. But, yeah, I mean, it's tough for anybody to score against Baylor.
About 4 turnovers in the early going for Georgia Tech. Gondrzik directing traffic.
Yeah, not good. Georgia Tech, you know, sometimes they can play a little too fast. And that's great on defense. You want that energy on defense. But plays like this, you want to make sure you can turn these into points.
That block by Kubai. She goes to work. Fletcher from 15. Can't get the bounce. And the rebound controlled by Nye Black.
And Kubai trying to holler for a call on the way down. She felt like she got pushed, crashing the glass. Oh, nice crossover.
Got a skip pass as well. Hemingway couldn't finish.
She played 34 minutes in the first round and went just 1 of 5 from the floor. So she might be somebody to keep your eye on to, you know, step up in game 2. You know, certainly helps anything that Gondrzik can get. Got to get assistance from your teammates to put up numbers.
Anything you want to see differently from Tech here on offense after the slow start? 3 minutes without any points?
Yeah, maybe some interior passing. I think if you can get the ball to Kubai on the elbow, yeah, that'll work. It's going to say, how about a high-low? There's a lot less of that, a lot less dribbling, and it's an extremely unselfish game. So Nell Fortner getting the type of culture that works for her in this program.
Talked with Nell earlier today about this matchup. Asked Coach, hey, are you nervous before a game like this, knowing what's at stake for your team, for your program? She said, no, we're just excited. And then, Brooke, you mentioned afterwards it sounded like she didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and we certainly heard nothing to dispute that potential point.
Well, you can only imagine, you know, the emotions of this year especially, right?
Yeah.
Trying to make sure not only you're winning and prepared, but you're following protocol. Extra added pressure. Some teams say and one.
And the power to push through these scoring droughts is probably going to come out on top. But there's a couple of players and candidates on the floor tonight that going to give us a little bit of that flavor, I believe.
I would agree. Yes. There's enough swag to go around in this game. So I can't wait to see it keep coming out as we go along.
Tech in the bonus the rest of this first quarter. 14 fouls already called against West Virginia. And the layup, there's a foul against the Jackets. Martinez back to the stripe.
30s in the amount of minutes. So this is nothing new. And in a game, and in a moment like this, you find the energy in the legs that you need because you're going to be running on adrenaline. But at this point in the season, it's not like these teams have played 30-plus games, right? If this were a normal season, their legs would be at that point where they're just getting really into the flow. So I think you're seeing it more on the uptick than them being, quote-unquote tired.
Hermosa off the mark. LAHTINEN on the offensive glass and the putback, and we're tied.
LAHTINEN will hustle. She will find a way to either crash the boards, get a score. She worked so much on her game and was the ACC most improved player. It was gritty, according to Nell Fortner, and that's an outside shot for West Virginia.
Mid-range is there for KK Deans. 8-6 Mountaineers. Jackets back to work. Elbow J on the way. Hermosa in and out for the second straight possession. And now a steal. LAHTINEN in the right place.
Kubai calling for the screen. I think she wants that roll. She wants the ball in her hands.
And a foul inside, offensive.
Pay off. It'd be tremendous.
Indeed it would. Well said. West Virginia back to work, and the layup good by Deans. Mountaineers extend their advantage to 4. Nell on Wheels, the Twitter account. You can go read the entire statement. It gets into much more detail, including facts, figures, and financial considerations with what's happening right now across the country and with the NCAA. Here's a steal. Deans has been active here in this first quarter. Quiet start. Kaiser Gondrzik. We'll see if that continues. Martinez against Boyd, who just checked in for the first time. 4 in blue for the Jackets. Gondrzik launching from downtown and connecting. 13-6 Mountaineers.
Well, that's where you see her talent, okay? You could see it. I could sense it. She wanted to go left because she saw the open baseline and had to lull the offensive or defensive player into the fact that she was going to go right. What a quick crossover and pull-up 3.
Thought you were going 90s song jump there for a second. A little crisscross.
Make you wanna. Well, as long as they don't start wearing uniforms backwards. Oh, dude, you know I was about that crisscross. Come on. Come on.
Back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Mid-range is there, and West Virginia starting to open this one up. Less than 3 to go in the first. The largest lead now at 9, and on the strength of a 9-0 run.
They are getting, open jump shots, and so Tech, might want to think about extending the pressure and extending pressure on the ball handlers, too. If they can make it more difficult for the entry pass, then you don't get open shots, and that's nice defense. I mean, that's really what it is. We've seen some steals. Real entry. That's step back. That's pro level right there.
I mean, the ball barely touched the net. It was so pure off the step back with the shot. That was impressive.
Exactly.
You see her numbers. First team all-conference. All-American honorable mention by the Associated Press. She's back to work off glass and can't finish this time. Brooke, you don't want to suggest it's a danger zone already for Tech, but given the low-scoring nature and the defensive tenacity for both of these teams, certainly it feels that way. And LAHTINEN makes it 15-8.
Tech likes to make little drama happen, Just get down 17 against SFA in the first round. No big deal. Come back down 9 against Clemson. They just have a flair for the dramatic. I'm not mad at it.
I think Nell Fortner is. She likes the Dubs, but doesn't like the pressure and the stress that comes along with rallying from 17 down at halftime.
I know she liked that rebound.
Big bucket for Georgia Tech, and it's 15-11 just like that.
That's right. Big rebound, too, from Kiara Fletcher to start that fast break at 5'9". She looks taller to me out there. I don't know if she's got just an extra long wingspan, but she's able to get up and get some of those rebounds high off the rim.
Madison Smith has checked in the game for West Virginia, and that's a developing story. She's been injured going back to the Big 12 regular season.
And LAHTINEN in the open floor. She's got a very flowy game. She's smart, and she's put so much work in it. Now she's got that confidence.
Brooke, what do you make of Madison Smith on the court? That certainly could be a boost for WVU, especially if you get past this round. But she's missed the last 2.5 weeks with a leg injury, unavailable for the Big 12 tournament, starting point guard. And with possession right now, Madison Smith 30 in gold. That's something to see what she can do today.
Look, I'm as shocked as you are. The information we were told from Mike Carey before the first round game was that Madison Smith was going to be out. And to see her in the game right now is a very encouraging sign, because, you know, he named her and said that she was a big part of this offense, and you're putting a lot more responsibility on Gondrzik when you put her in the game and have to say, hey, score, facilitate, do it all. So that's some extra help and a big key development for West Virginia.
Yeah, she had missed the last 8 games because of that leg injury. Kaiser used a little help from Madison. Time winding down in our first quarter. 9 to shoot for WVU. Dean's a brilliant lob inside, the easy 2 for the Mountaineers.
They're getting inside the paint and making good decisions. That's what's helping West Virginia with this 4-point lead.
Fletcher left open. That's a 3, too strong. Put back right before the buzzer. That's going to count, Brooke.
Yeah.
Jackets turned it over 8 times in the first quarter. I'm no mathematician, but that's on track for about 32 for the game. They are fortunate to be trailing by just a bucket.
Yeah, that's tough because West Virginia is getting a lot of points off those turnovers. They've got 11 of their 17. And there's another 3. So West Virginia is figuring it out. They're scoring inside the paint. They're complementing it with 3s. They're just doing a good job. Both teams shooting actually over 50% in this game.
So after the triple by Hemingway from the corner, contact, no whistle, off glass, and that's good. Make it 20-17, the basket by Kubai.
See the footwork and the high finish off the glass, and then covering ground defensively. I mean, you just watch how Kubai moves on the floor, and you're like, yeah, that is a pro. That's a WNBA player out there. So smart, adept at passing as well, plays very physical and loves the game.
And a senior from Italy. Started every game this season for Georgia Tech. Martinez, a good look. About the ball movement. And Deans comes up short. Rebound controlled by Tech. Put back is there. Kubai, the baskets. And it's 20-19.
And you saw Mike Carey hold his hands up, and it looked to me like West Virginia players, a couple of them just stopped running. They stopped hustling on the play.
Last trip, the Sweet 16 for West Virginia came back in 1992. Georgia Tech, it was in 2012. Those are the only 2 trips into the second weekend of the dance for these 2 programs.
Kubai go to work, backing down the defender. No call, it's the right call. With the quick spin move and the finish off the glass. Recognizing the block shot, where's everybody else? No gold uniforms around for the offensive rebound and putback for Kubai.
Step back triple, Georgia Tech, it's all net, and the Jackets have the advantage by 2. How about LAHTINEN now with 10?
Yeah, she's been one of my favorite players to watch in this tournament. To understand her development, to go from 9 points to 14 points a game, the grittiness, the hard work. She has so much fun when she plays as well. It's just been great to see those players stand out with their energy and effort.
Blessing Ejiofor ties it up at 22. After Georgia Tech grabbed its first lead, Mountaineers come back, and now free throws coming for the Yellow Jackets as Boyd will head to the...
Certainly there. You know, South Carolina, a team that going into this season, I thought South Carolina was going to go undefeated. So
yeah, you were high on Don Staley's team early. I remember we were doing some Big Ten games, and that was a dominant part of our conversation early in the season. Deans from downtown. Mountaineers back in front by a pair.
KK Dean's another player, like Lahtinen. Last year, 5 points, 1 assist. Now at 13 points, 3 assists. So her game has improved immensely. And you can see the difference, the confidence in KK Dean's. He's off the screen and roll. Gondrzik kicking it out. The extra pass. She's an unselfish player. Leads her team in assists. And I love that her teammates are hands out, feet ready, and willing to catch the ball.
It was an air ball in the turnaround by Kubai. Gondrzik fires a pass down low, off glass. Martinez now with 6.
What an incredible exchange between the two best players on the West Virginia squad. Nice high ball screen. Gondrzik had Martinez kind of meet her on the wing so she could get more space for her to roll to the basket. Baiting the defense. Lahtinen slow to recover. No help side there. And look how big Martinez makes herself a target. Excellent play from West Virginia.
Mountaineers runners-up in the Big 12 tournament. Lost to Baylor in the championship game off the bounce. Lahtinen now with 12 points.
And see a play like that right there. That's a play that she probably doesn't make last year. But when you put the work in the gym, you can make and finish that Euro cross step. Tough in traffic.
Martinez, look at the moves. Too strong. The rebound claimed by Kubai.
Kubai hunting down that board. She is such an active rebounder. Gets big. Look at that positioning. As a guard, you'd love to post up or to get her the ball in the post. Okay, you're going to give me a little fadeaway bank shot? Really feeling it.
Brooke, dare I say, I see you. I see you,
That's
Lorella.
my line. Do not take my line. But yes, Lorella, we see you. Roy and I both see you.
I like it. Tied at 27 off glass. She's playing with a ton of confidence right now.
Yeah, she really is. She's big and she's being active, intimidating on defense. Just in the way she's getting a rebound. She's saying, I own this glass. You're going to have a hard time if you come in here getting the board over me.
Deep triple. Gondrzik off the mark. I don't know if you saw the catch by Martinez. The ball was tipped. It was going about 200 miles an hour, and she still corralled it easily inside in traffic.
Wow. Doesn't surprise me. The hands and the incredible focus from Martinez.
Back and forth we've gone. Deep 2.
Give
Who
it
else?
to me again.
Lahtinen just getting it done with 14 first half points.
How confident does her shot look from the outside?
Well, that was Kubai. My apologies there.
Yeah, Kubai launching him from free throw line extended and beyond.
Yeah, so Kubai has 10, Brooke. Lahtinen has 12. They have been Georgia Tech's offense in our first 15 minutes today.
Ooh, Kubai thought about it. LOTTA-MAJ Lahtinen, and she says she really feels like those players have that not only just in their life, but it's certainly on the court. And we mentioned before the European style of dribbling less, passing more, moving without the ball more. And you see it show up in this team. And I think Nell Fortner is spot on with her ability to recruit.
Well, Kubai was going to try to bank that one in again. It almost went from downtown with a shot clock winding down, and now a fresh 20. Georgia Tech in the midst of a 6-0 run. And a foul inside on Martinez. That's going to be her second. First quarter, just one so far in the second, and that change has prompted a massive difference in this basketball game.
Yeah, they've stopped the bleeding on points off turnovers. And once again, Georgia Tech getting the outside buckets from Lahtinen. She is a perfect 3 of 3 from 3. Come through.
15 in the game. Kaiser Gondrzik with just 3 points in the first half. Deans has had the hot hand, but an air ball here.
I mean, just look at the pursuit of the basketball right there by Kubai. She was the only one near the basketball and just made an extra effort to leap to go get it. Like, it's the little things. I love that about her game.
And she's got 5 rebounds already. Now under 3 to go in our first half. Rebound controlled by the Mountaineers. Ejiofor got there. Dean's now in transition.
We also haven't seen a lot of foul shots in this game just yet. 5 free throw attempts for Tech, just 2 for West Virginia.
At the end of the half, she's been held in check. 1 for 6 from the floor, just those 3 points that we talked about. A couple of dimes drop it. Let's see if she starts to get more aggressive here.
Yeah, she's getting some help. Deans and Martinez picking up where they left off yesterday, contributing 13 points. But Tech's doing a good job on slowing down Gondrzik.
WVU now more than 4 minutes without a point. A 9-0 run for the Jackets. Poked away and a turnover. Deans. The bounce. Under 2 to play in the first half, and Deans was fouled. Free throws coming. Fletcher couldn't believe it. She'll get.
Whether you're the low seed or not, you know, you feel like you've earned the right to be here, and you play with no pressure, right? If you're the lower seed, you're like, listen, what do we got to lose? You play free and you play hard, and I think that's what Georgia Tech faced in Stephen F. Austin in the first round. A team that was used to winning, a team that was experienced.
Deans, and let's see if Mike Carey goes back to his bench. One on this possession. Point blank layup was missed. The putback. The kind bounce is there. Aaliyah Love, her first points.
Yeah, West Virginia able to go into the roster and use bigs. Love with the offensive rebound for West Virginia. It's going to be an interesting game to see who really, owns the boards. And surprisingly in this game, 20 boards for Georgia Tech, just 8 for West Virginia. That's surprising to me, but Georgia Tech also with 7 offensive rebounds.
Deans the miss with the mid-range. Here comes Georgia Tech. Mountaineers have missed their last 6 field goal attempts. Only points recently really coming from the charity stripe. Third overall meeting between these two. Queen, the freshman, probing and dropping off. Gondrzik in transition. Carson connects, and that's a 3. So the transfer from Georgia Tech steps on the floor and drains a shot from downtown.
That's her shot, Roy. She shoots nearly 40% from 3. So they catch her in transition like that. That is a huge advantage. Meanwhile, Tech, they can go back inside. Find a little love, find Kubai. I think their advantage is in the bigs or LAHTINEN hitting this shot.
Time winding down, mid-range there. Tech by 4. West Virginia with a chance for one more possession here. LAHTINEN with 17 first half points. And an offensive foul.
Gondrzik in the open floor. Gondrzik coming hard and aggressive off the screen. Love set it up.
And 20 minutes in the books in San Antonio. Coming up at halftime.
Right there, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. And I heard Megan Rapinoe is a big Ashley Owusu and Maryland fan. So the legend of Owusu continues to grow.
And she's got a lot of great basketball ahead of her. Tech has plenty of time left for the Mountaineers. Runners up in the Big 12 after falling to the Lady Bears. Kubai connects on the step back.
I love how much Kubai gets her hands and feet ready. She's just like a guard. Off of that pass, it was a catch, plant, and immediately go back up and shoot. There was no hesitation. Kubai shot that shot like a guard.
A tremendous wingspan for 13 in blue, and that's a traveling violation. It'll give it back to the Jackets.
Catch, plant, up, shot. That's a really nice play. I mean, you don't see a lot of posts with that type of athletic ability and bounce, but she's got it.
You sounded like a coach right there. You had your coaching hat on for 2.5 seconds.
Let's go.
Who are you?
maybe try to get a little off-season work, you know?
I need some. Perhaps you can show me a couple of things with my game as LAHTINEN hit the deck hard and comes up wincing.
Well, good to see her back up and immediately able to put weight on there. It's nice using the screen to her right, so gets down low, but loses her balance. Yeah, looks like she fell right on that knee.
Well, this tournament means so much to so many. Spanning over 700 days since the last time we had a big dance. To see it actually fully executed this year after missing last season, it has been tremendous. And off the turnover, no, they're going to say it stays on this end.
Ooh.
Martinez kind of getting up gingerly as well.
Yeah, Martinez struggling. Off the plant and the spin move here. She gets tangled up, and then on the fall, see in that left leg, now she's wearing a leg brace, a knee brace there, but it looked as though she grabbed below the brace, almost toward her ankle, so the trainers will take a look at her. And she's taking off her left shoe. Hopefully that's just a cramp or something that she'll be able to get back in this game soon, but let's hope she's okay.
Here's Deans. Off the mark, tapped out. Hemingway had it for a moment, and now another turnover for WVU. Here comes Georgia Tech.
How scrappy are the Georgia Tech players getting their hands about that deflection led to a three. That's a quick 5-point swing right there. Tech so feisty, so gritty, just like Nell Fortner told us.
Largest lead for the Yellow Jackets after the triple by McQueen. The advantage now at 9, 2 minutes into our second half. Nyblack goes to work. She was bumped. High ball screen for Deans, little pick and roll. And free throws coming for Ejiofor. And Blessing back to the stripe. 79% this year. 1 for 2 there. The rebound to Kubine. The lead at 8. Winner of this game going to the Sweet 16 for only second time in school history. Georgia Tech hasn't done it since 2012. West Virginia way back in 1992. Brooke, you were just getting cranked up back then, right? Getting ready to play college ball?
I was, yeah, you're real funny. Getting ready to enter high school. But yeah, that was the mixtape days, when you had to be your own DJ, make the warm-up tape. So, we talked about Crisscross before. I think they probably would have made it. 92, that sounds about right.
Hey, when you did the mixtapes, did you put the little 2 or 3 second silent clip there in between the songs, or were you just one song to the next?
Absolutely not. You gotta keep them going, keep them flowing.
Okay. I see you over there. I see you.
Amateur DJ, that's me.
Tapped away by Kubai. Shot clock at 4, so that's significant. Now West Virginia's got to go the full length of the court with just 4 seconds to shoot.
You know what, though? This is a play where Gondrzick could kind of bust out of her shell there. Under this type of pressure, if she gets the ball and can get toward the basket, I don't know if they'll get a shot. Yeah, it'll be a shot clock violation.
When's the last time you saw a shot from that deep in the middle part of the third quarter? Outstanding.
Phenomenal. Remember, in that second half against Stephen F. Austin, they held him to just 14 points in regulation.
Nell Fortner told us earlier today her ladies excited about this matchup. It's not the deepest team in the ACC this year. 8 teams from the conference made the NCAA tournament. But she told us we've got plenty of energy. That is not a concern in this game. And now the lead swells to 10.
Yeah, Kiara Fisher played all but 20 seconds in their first-round matchup. And that's what they're used to. These players have excellent stamina.
Set shot off the mark. Ejiofor. Now the rebound by Georgia Tech. And an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to really pull away from WVU.
This is incredible for Tech to have a 10-point lead. In West Virginia, I think the most surprising stat to me, though, in this game is the rebounding edge. Georgia Tech is 23-10 rebounding edge. That's incredible. And that's a nice turnaround jumper. Kiara Fletcher making it look easy.
Fletcher has 8. Gondrzick has yet to really get going in this third quarter, still without a field goal attempt.
Well, Kiara Fletcher.
West Virginia out of the Big 12. They've got some work to do. Brooke and Roy back with you here inside the UTSA Convocation Center. Mountaineers need to get it going on offense. What would you dial up here?
Well, I think Gondrzik's got to get involved in the game somehow. I mean, she's been the one to lead them. Players can't score, but she is your leader. And for her to just have 3 points at this point in the game is one thing, but only 4 field goal attempts. Excuse me, 6. She's 1 of 6 from the floor. So I think she's got to just kind of turn on the jets, you know, put the ball on the floor, try to create off the bounce. She's got a good shot. It's amazing to go from 26 points in game 1 to just 3 tonight. You got to give a lot of credit, though, to Tech's defense. They've been bothersome for everybody.
The scoring was at a premium for WVU in the Big 12 tournament. Well, coast to coast, the attempted finish by Nyblack, and she'll shoot 2. But if you go back to the foul was against Kiera Fletcher. That'll be her 3rd personal. So Nell Portner going to have to look at giving her some time on the bench. Substitutions coming in. The lead down to 10 halfway through our 3rd quarter. Queen, the freshman. Florence, South Carolina, the pride of Wilson High School going to work. Look at the dime dropped inside, and there's Love.
Well, not surprising to see Kiera Fletcher on the bench and then just to get that instant exchange of energy from your bench. That's what Georgia Tech's all about. They don't go deep in the bench, but whoever plays with the same intensity and energy as a starter.
Gondrzik drawing the double team. She'll dish it off. Martinez from 16. She's got the mid-range, and now with 8 points.
That was a big shot. You know, Martinez, she's the leader of this interior game for West Virginia. So, they have to show that attitude right now. You know, this is a fight. This is a fight to continue your season. You have, just over 4 minutes in this quarter, and then 1 more, and that could be it. So to take tough shots. And then guarding well, except for maybe a time or 2 off that screen and roll. She's going to have to find a way to get open and downhill. You're starting close, and then you can kind of work your way back out. But you need that big-time play, the and one, something where you can get your confidence back. But right now, she doesn't need to be outside the 3-point line.
Great move by Nyblack. Lead back to 10. Kaiser started her career at Michigan. And if you look at the top right-hand portion of your screen right now, Maize in blue taking it to the 3 seed Tennessee. And an active conversation happening with our crew today on who would win that game. Your
Not
trusted colleague and analyst, Brooke Weisbrod, seemed to think that it would be Tennessee's time to shine.
Leah Brown want to have a conversation after this game, I heard. But, yeah, Michigan playing strong in Tennessee. I really did think that it was going to be their time, especially, Renia Davis takeover time. Okay, LAHTINEN, now you're just messing around out there. Little Reggie Miller look. Yeah, that's right.
She is in the zone. 4 for 5 from deep. 20 points tonight.
Wow.
8 of 10 from the floor. Getting it done inside and out. And a continuation of the first half so far in our 3rd quarter.
Up for the screen. Oh, yeah, she just wants to remind him. Just getting the moves ready, getting them ready. Sweet 16 is like a whole nother dance. You got the dance moves to get into the dance, but then you got Sweet 16 moves. So see what Georgia Tech brings. I know they're bringing it from both inside and outside the paint, though. This has been an incredible offensive performance. I mean, it's not like West Virginia is easy to score against. Georgia Tech's eating them up.
Orella Kubai, another hoop. The lead swells to 15. She has 14. Largest advantage in this one for Georgia Tech, and the Jackets are on a roll.
And look at Gondrzik. I mean, she's deflecting from wanting to take the shots. It's giving the ball up on every possession.
Deans behind the back, feed it inside. The easy basket for Martinez. Well, Brooke, the question is, can West Virginia find a way to get some stops?
Well, the way that Georgia Tech is playing, it's hard to guard, right? Because you got players like LAHTINEN scoring from the outside, patient plays on the inside from Kubai. I mean, she's hitting tough shots, but you got to have the glass and own the glass. And that's surprisingly, again, what West Virginia has not done tonight. They're getting out-rebounded by 15. And Kaiser Gondrzik, got to stop passing the ball. She's got to look for her shot and take it and reestablish herself as the leader, offensive leader of this team. She's being too passive right now.
14 double-doubles this season for Lorella Kubai, including one tonight. Georgia Tech making a statement, and that'll continue. LAHTINEN, 22 on the board for 31 in blue.
Whatever she did over the summer, that plan needs to be put in writing and given to every athlete as they head to their summer workout program.
I would honestly like to read it, so if she could share it with me, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, probably about 2,000 shots a day is my guess.
Jackets get it back on another turnover.
Lights out. Are you kidding me? 9 of 11. Have a game.
Yeah, have a tournament. Georgia Tech on the verge of trying to get back to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2012. The runner is good for Kubai. She has 16.
So now you got Kubai off the bounce shooting runners in the lane. I mean, what hasn't Georgia Tech shown us from an offensive perspective tonight? They are shooting, Roy, 60% from the floor. Even better, 62% from three.
That's what we call good basketball. Black off the mark. And a jump ball will stay with WVU. And about a 1 second differential.
It's not like her.
An emotional year.
Shot this quarter.
Yeah. Number 2 in gold. She lost her father, Grant, a former NBA player, in January. Kaiser has been phenomenal in the regular season and in postseason play before tonight. Skip pass. And an air ball. And how about Georgia Tech, Brooke, outscored?
Half that they have held a team to just single digits. They did it against Stephen F. Austin, 5 points in the third quarter, and tonight they're doing the exact same. Turning it up defensively in the second half. Performance.
I'm disappointed in you right there because we had great dancing on screen, and that was the perfect segue to get to Joe McEwen and his dancing he did with us yesterday. Right? That was fantastic. The head coach at Northwestern, I don't know what they call the dance, but he's now executed it at a high level on command twice in the last 2 weeks. So if they were to pull the upset tomorrow, talk about your mixtapes and your Dance Party USAs. It's going to be phenomenal.
Well, what was better was even the players imitating him. Lindsey Pulliam does the Joe Spice dance perfectly. So I'll have to tune in. Hopefully they'll show that. But in this game, Georgia Tech is the team that's been dancing, and Nell Fortner has her squad looking strong. The team that's never been to the NCAA tournament is on the verge of closing this one out. 9 minutes to go for the Tech.
Brooke Weisbrod, Roy Philpott, a minute into our fourth quarter. The score tells the story. Georgia Tech has only been to the Sweet 16 once. It came back in 2012. West Virginia did it in 92, and that's it for both of these teams. Off the steal. And Boyd wise to just sit back and maybe let this clock run down for a couple of possessions and really put the pressure on the Mountaineers out of the Big 12.
Yeah, you're trying to be purposeful with your screens, with attacking the basket, and you're taking your time. You have the advantage now, as you see Nell Fortner over there, just instructing the offense like an orchestra out there. They're really following the game. But more plays for West Virginia. If you can get these hustle plays, some steals, but got to finish. And Martinez, West Virginia, Roy, they look tired to me.
And you saw it in the body language after missing the layup for number 12 in gold. For whatever reason, it has just not been there in the second half. This was a 4-point game at halftime. West Virginia actually led in the first quarter 15-6 at one point. And since then, it has obviously been all Georgia.
Meanwhile, emotions are running through to know, hey, shoot, we're down 15. We're struggling. How can I help get this team back online here?
Well, breaking news. LOTTA-MAJ LAHTINEN missed a shot.
You had me nervous. You really did. Yeah, LAHTINEN has not missed a whole lot tonight. It's been phenomenal just reading the defense and making every right decision.
Black. Badly needed basket for WVU. Still plenty of time, trailing by 15, and Kari Black with 8. How about Michigan? 70-55 over Tennessee. Naz Hillman punching their ticket to the Sweet 16. She's going to be a lot to deal with. Deeper that the Maize and Blue go into the dance this year. And another turnover for WV.
It looks like Georgia Tech able to get to the 50-50 balls. Martinez just trying to catch a breather. Maybe she's got another few minutes of energy left in her. Get to the 5-minute mark, but this one looking almost out of hand for West Virginia. Not out of reach, but it's getting there.
Good defense and a timeout called by Nell Fortner. And you see the emotions of this moment. Esmeri Martinez, a sophomore. Carolina, the 1 seed, will get Oregon State tonight on ESPN at 7 Eastern. And right now, Georgia Tech, it's not written in pen. It hasn't been typed out just yet. But the number 2 lead pencil has the Jackets getting to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2012 if this current trend continues.
Number 2 lead pencil, that's pretty serious. That's like official test score serious. So we are almost there in ink for Georgia Tech.
Get your Scantrons ready, Brooke.
Oh, man, that just gives me anxiety. Don't do that. I hated those tests. Nice block.
Deans rejected by Fletcher. She's been active, and how about the sportsmanship for 41 in blue?
Yeah, I like her leadership. She's always talking, communicating, pumping her teammates up to give them good messages. Great defense and recovery here. Gets beat off the back door and blocks the shot with the left hand. That's where her length really comes into play at 5'9", but I'm telling you, that wingspan is longer than 5'9".
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
How about the stat sheet for Fletcher? 8, 6, 4, and 2.
Yep.
You're filling up a couple of different columns. That's a good night. Make it 10 points now for Kiera Fletcher, the senior.
And the steal for Georgia Tech immediately after the bucket. They just don't stop. They do not give up on defense. And credit to Nell Fortner in what she's able to do to keep them playing hard.
And I don't know that we've talked enough about in the second half, as incredible as that is to believe, it is in fact the truth.
Yeah, it's just really hard to imagine that that's actually the case. And you see Georgia Tech and Love out there almost face guarding her. And West Virginia has been able to get some scoring now from the inside. Niblock's been effective in this game. But again, it won't matter unless Gondrzik is a part of this offense.
Her last shot attempt coming with 4:27 to go in the first half.
What? No way. That's shocking.
Off the block. Well, you saw the graphic moments ago. Nell Fortner now just one of 15 coaches all time to get 3 different programs to the dance. She took Purdue back in '97, Auburn on 2 separate occasions in '08 and 2009. And she's made it to the second round. So all of those programs, including Georgia Tech. And her plan is, Brooke, this is not just a one-time deal. They think that they've got a chance to get back here for a couple of years. Don't forget the NCAA men's basketball for about 8.5 minutes. And they just went on a run that reminds you they can win a national championship this year. The seeding tells you that, of course, but that was impressive against a very good USF program led by Jose Fernandez.
Yeah, agreed. And admittedly, there hasn't been a lot of talk about NC State as a favorite to win this tournament. So, maybe they like it that way, staying the underdogs until the right time.
Wes Moore would certainly agree with that. Inside, the lead back to 16. And who else? Kubai getting it done. She's got 18 points. And you see the upper half of the bracket. South Carolina and Oregon State have already tipped off over on ESPN, the 1 versus the 8. In a 6-6 ball game halfway through the first quarter.
Yep. He's got his own style, that's for sure.
Cats will get Louisville tomorrow, which you got Dana Evans, Jeff Walls. We'll see what he's going to cook up against the Blizzard defense. Veronica Burton, Lindsey Pulliam. You got a lot of star power, a lot of outstanding coaching, and a lot of game planning going into that one as we speak.
Absolute. The matchup between Veronica Burton and Dana Evans, 2 of most exciting guards you will see in this game, as Kubai, she is not done. She does not have an off switch for her motor.
Look at this. The bounce, Love, inside. Georgia Tech running away. Made it to the championship game of the Big 12. Lost to the Lady Bears. Here they are in the second round of the NCAA tournament. No answers. They're very stingy and very lethal Georgia Tech program that has caught fire.
And late in this game, 3 minutes left, no Kaiser Gondrzik in the ballgame. Wonder if that might be her last minutes in college. You'd have to think Carrie will put her back in, but it could be a day for Kaiser Gondrzik.
It was not her day. We had fun getting to know her a little bit post-game after that win against Lehigh, and she was looking for us, and we were trying to make sure she could hear us on the headset. We had to remind her, hey, yeah, we're calling the games from home. She got done with the interview, took the headset, and before she took it totally off, she said, hey, you guys enjoy your homes tonight. And we said, thanks, Kaiser. That's fantastic. I mean, she's got a nice edge to her that I think translates very well at the next level or whatever it is she wants to do later in life.
Oh, yeah, I think she's definitely set to continue her basketball career. You know, if not in the WNBA, she can make a lot of money overseas. That is no doubt. And so can Kiera Fletcher when she is done. Oh, but Kaiser Gondrzik, as you mentioned, has just gone through so much. You know, the death of her father this year, Grant, who passed away before the Texas game. They worked out together. She got her game better, and they had a special bond and relationship, of course, because of basketball. And so you can only imagine the emotional and physical toll that has taken on her and her family this year. So to even be at this point, to play right now, is something special. She should definitely hang her head high for the effort and energy that she put into this program and gave to the game.
First team, all Big 12.
Unanimous. That's how you know you get the real respect. Everybody's like, oh, yeah. Oh, she's definitely a first teamer. You love that feeling.
I can only dream about what that would feel like.
You don't know? Yeah, Roy.
I have no clue. You tell me would be the only thing I could say.
It feels nice. I'll say that. And so is that charge. Come on, Kubai, your body. Oh, my gosh. I just love how hard this young woman plays.
90 seconds remaining. Georgia Tech on its way. The Yellow Jackets seize control really in the early stages of the third quarter. A 4-point advantage at halftime. They needed a comeback for the ages, really, against Stephen F. Austin in the first round. They trailed by 17 at the break. Forced overtime, won it. Surviving a deep scare.
I'm West Virginia. You know, you're looking at a couple players right now holding on to their shorts, and sometimes it's an indication that you're just tired. You saw Martinez with a nice gesture of sportsmanship to pick up Kubai after she fell down in that last play. I like that.